Next up on Factor Crap, my man Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby says he's happy with the hiring of Pete Carroll. Maxx Crosby said he's actually excited about the hiring of Pete Carroll, and he wants to shut down the trade rumors over the weekend as well. He did say he is getting older and he wants to win, however, but he said he doesn't want to be traded as of right now. Paraphrasing what he said, but reading between the lines. So guys, Factor Crap. Should the Raiders do a complete rebuild, not just a Band-Aid fix, but a complete rebuild and trade Maxx Crosby? Guys, Maxx Crosby played in just 12 games last season before going on season-ending IR. He had 45 tackles and 7.5 sacks. Maxx Crosby will be entering his 7th season of the NFL in 2025. All have been with the Raiders, and all have not made to the playoffs one time. He averages 66 tackles per season with 9.9 sacks. That's pretty damn good for a defensive end, tackle-wise. Back in 23, he had his best season to date, 90 tackles with 14.5 sacks that particular season. He is entering the final year of his contract and can opt out this season. He will be owed $22 million in 2025 and just $18 million in 2026. He does stay with the Raiders. Other notable defensive ends making those dollar bills, y'all. Nick Bosa, make around $37 million. Max can clearly make more money than that. Maxx Crosby is clearly better than Nick Bosa. Let's just be honest. Now, the Raiders do have around $100 million in cap space, but they are really far away from a Super Bowl or even a playoff bid. Let's just be honest. But per TradeRumors.com, the trade value for Maxx Crosby would be a first-round pick and a second-round pick. So, guys, Factor Crap. Should the Las Vegas Raiders do a complete rebuild and trade Maxx Crosby and build that team up with Pete Carroll? Guys, I want to say fact. I want to say let Max go to a Super Bowl contending team. Let Max go and you get your first round pick and your second round pick and you build, right? And you build with Pete Carroll. But the simple fact of the matter, guys, this is crap. This is crap because Pete Carroll's 73 years old. The man cannot do a complete rebuild. Now, the Raiders are destined for mediocrity. They brought in a mediocre defensive coordinator back. 19th ranked defense, 15th ranked defense, and a 15th ranked defense. Not very good. But the simple fact of the matter is that the defense and the Las Vegas Raiders do have some pieces in play. $100 million in cap space. They can bring in some big free agents, and they can potentially compete for the AFC West and definitely a playoff berth. Because let's just be honest, the Chargers and the Broncos are not going to repeat like they did this season. They're trash. So, guys, I got to say crap. I got to say crap, and the Raiders need to build around Maxx Crosby and build to win in 2 years. Not 5 years, not 6 years. The next 2 years, the Raiders have to be all in, do what you got to do, sell your soul to the devil, but do what you got to do and make the playoffs. So, what do you guys think? Factor crap. Should the Las Vegas Raiders trade Maxx Crosby and do a complete rebuild? Laura is saying fact. Laura says, let Max come to Minnesota, let Max win a Super Bowl, and then he can go back to Las Vegas and finish out his career. Trade him away. And John says crap. John is saying crap because he's simply just a homer. He doesn't want Maxx Crosby to go anywhere. He loves him some Maxx Crosby. He loves a little bit of ginger spice in his life. John is saying crap. James Frank is saying crap as well. He's their team and their leader. He's a generational talent, I believe. That would be a big, big mistake. James, as much as I agree with you, he is a generational talent. He is a great talent. He is arguably a top 5 defensive end in the NFL, if not pushing top 2, maybe even the best, right? TJ Watt's pretty damn good. Is he better than TJ Watt? Toss up, right? But sometimes, James, you have to take a step back, see the big picture to see where you need to plant that grass to let the grass grow, right? Now, if you're right up on there, your grass looks great. You're a nice little green patch the last month of the season with the top 10 defense in the NFL. But if you take a step back, man, we're the 15th, 19th, 20th ranked defense in the NFL. We have one green patch and the rest of it's gray. If you pull out that last green patch and then replant everything, you can have a nice big green lawn. You can actually have a top 10 defense. Sometimes that happens. Alpha Rob says Mar Levy in 1999, so Peep is a pup. Seth says let Crosby go to the Cowboys with Micah Parsons. And Seth, that brings me up to my next factor crap of the day. For some reason, it is not on there. So give me